It's Friday then. It's Saturday, Sunday. What? It's Friday then. Saturday, Sunday. What? Yeah, it's okay.
What's up? This is Jeff. Welcome to Jeff's podcast. Today, we're talking about the Alaska Aces, and the organization announced last February 16th that the team will be their final season, where the team has been running for 35 seasons, so they have decided to hang up their jerseys and looking forward to seeing what lies ahead for the organization outside the league. The main reason for the announcement of the departure for the league is due to the directive by Friesland Campina, which is the parent company of Alaska Milk Corporation, and the company has already acquired in 2012. It's kinda sad that the Milkmen have decided to hang up and they're looking forward to seeing what lies ahead outside the basketball team for the red, white, black jerseys. The basketball team started in 1986 and it is the sixth PBA team to join the league, along with fan favorites Ginebra San Miguel, after Magnolia announced that they have a temporary departure and the team is cut down from a five-team lineup. The team is handled by Filipino-American owner Wilfred Steven Oitengsu, team manager Joel Aquino, and their coach is Tony Vasquez, who played for Ateneo de Manila during his playing days and as a coach. He piloted the Ateneo Juniors to an NCAA championship and also once mentored the Blue Eagles. They placed fourth in the inaugural conference, but they missed out in the playoffs. In 1987, Alaska has changed into Hills Brothers Coffee to mitigate the strike's impact on its brand and became the Hills Brothers Coffee Kings in the 1987 All-Filipino Conference. They acquired three-time PBA MVP Williams Bogs Adornado from Shell by a trade, and he never discarded Joy Marquez. The Coffee Kings surprisingly made it to the finals against corporate rival Great Taste Coffee Makers. This marks the birth of the tandem known as the Bruce Brothers, in Yoyoy Villamin and Ricky Velosa. Both players during their earlier years in the PBA were the promising forwards of legendary teams Crispa and Toyota. In 1988, Hills Brothers Coffee reverts back to Alaska and placed third in the Open and All-Filipino Conference until Bogs Adornado announced his retirement from playing actively in the league in March 1988. In 1989, the Milkmen had a few struggles, despite the mixture of veterans and young players in the roster, as the team continues their winless streak in the postseason, until American coach Tim Cohn hires to become the head coach of the team, and import Sean Chambers is also hired, as they become one of the league's best teams. In the 1991 season, the Milkmen acquired Jojo Lastimosa from Pure Foods together with Paul Alvarez to become an unbeatable tandem. In the All-Filipino Conference, they have to settle the score against the crowd favorite Ginebra San Miguel to claim their first PBA title in 5 years and the first conference title. In the 1993 season, the team has acquired Johnny Abarrientos, who has been making waves in the Philippine Basketball League, winning PBL titles for 3 seasons, and was expected to follow the footsteps of Hector Calma and Ronnie Magsanok in the pros. The beginning of what turned out to be a dynasty in the second part of the 1990s started in the 1994 season. The Milkmen in the middle of last year acquired forward Bob Hawkins from Santa Lucia Realtors, and the team selected Pochuino in the 1994 PBA draft. Alaska would win their second PBA title in the third conference called Governor's Cup, defeating Swift Mighty Meaties in 6 games. Swift renamed Sunkist Orange Juicers in the 1995 PBA season and became Alaska's finals rival that year. They played in the championship in the first 2 conferences of the season, and the Orange Juicers prevailed both times. The 3 consecutive finals meeting between the two teams was the first since Crispa and Toyota from 1975 to 1976. Alaska was able to stop Sunkist's quest for a Grand Slam by retaining the Governor's Cup crown, defeating San Miguel Beermen in 7 games. In the 1996 PBA season, Alaska is going to chase their Grand Slam to become the third PBA team to win a Grand Slam. In the All-Filipino Cup Finals, rookie Jeffrey Carriazo converted 2 free throws against Pure Foods TJ Hotdogs in the closing seconds of the overtime thriller to claim their first All-Filipino Cup title. In the Commissioner's Cup, the team had to face against the contender in the court, Benchi Paras and the entire members of Shell, as they were given a hard time by defeating an underdog for the team. And in the Governor's Cup, the Milkmen walks away with the win against Ginebra San Miguel, and they became the third team to win a Grand Slam since Chris Manizes in 1976 and 1983, and the San Miguel Beermen in 1989. These are the four teams who have won the Grand Slam, and the latest is the Sun Mix Super Coffee Mixers, who have won the title in the 2013-2014 season. In 2001, the league's moved to strengthen its marketing through the PBA properties, and Alaska adopted a new moniker, which is the Alaska Aces. The team continues to hire new talented players, and old players have to hang up in the rafters, including Bong Hawkins and Johnny Avarientos, are announced their retirement. Both players were instrumental in their Grand Slam finish in 1996. Until 2011, the team has decided to cut ties with Tim Cohn as the head coach of the Aces after spending 22 years with the team. He said that Cohn is leaving Alaska to seek opportunities outside of the organization. In the 2012-2013 season, the Aces hired Calvin Abueva, who was monikered as the Beast due to his impressive basketball skills, which is the most talented player in the draft. Abueva leads the NCAA in points, rebounds, and assists directory. In the 2013 Commissioner's Cup, Alaska tapped Robert Dozier as their import, as they're going to face against the toughest teams in the league, which is the Barangay Ginebra, led by Al Francis Chua, and capturing their 14th and final conference championship crown, and the first team to win the championship without Tim Cohn as the head coach since he is moving to Sunmade Coffee in the 2012-2013 season. The Milkmen have stayed in the league for the past 35 seasons, capturing 14 titles, tied with Magnolia as the second winningest franchise, including four straight Governor's Cup titles in 1994, 1995, 1996, and 1997, three-time All-Filipino Cup champions in 1996, 1998, and 2000, three-time Commissioner's Cup champions in 1996, 1998, and 2013, two-time Fiesta Cup champions in 2007 and 2010, and the championship win in the third conference in 1991 and the Invitational Conference in 2003. They are one of the best talented teams in the league, and the company believes sports marketing was a very useful and important tool in building its brand. What's next for the Aces, the Bruce Brothers, and the Milkmen? They don't know. They will pass the baton to the new team for the upcoming new season. The team shows honor, integrity, and discipline, and there is no doubt that the team is still unbeaten. Gatas Republica still remains in the hearts of the Milkmen fans. The famous tagline is, "Wala pa ring tatalo sa Alaska." What is your memorable moment for the Alaska team in the basketball league? Let us know in the comments. If you have comments or suggestions, let us know in the comments. Follow Jeff 11 Manchester on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and subscribe to youtube.com/KifaBoy. Well, that's about it for Jeff's podcast. This is Jeff. We'll see you in the next podcast.